Hey guys, it's me. Obviously, it's the same day as the last Air Force video because I'm wearing the same clothes. I'm not working today. I'm not working till Sunday. I'm really bored. I've been wanting to do these videos for a while. I'm just gonna knock them all out. All right. Said I would talk about Meps. It's probably I didn't get my I got my Meps date probably about a month after I finished the application. I actually got it like a couple weeks later, but it wasn't for like another couple weeks. I went to Meps May 1st and 2nd, 2014, so just recently actually. Kind of. Yeah. Huh. It really doesn't feel like it was just the beginning of this month. It feels like it was a while ago. But yeah, I went to Meps May 1st and 2nd. That was a Thursday and Friday, I believe. I went to my recruiter's office. She told me to be there at 9:30. I got there at around 9:25. Got there, she was just going over some stuff. She had to approve my tattoo. It's just right there. My fraternity letters. Um, it got approved. And I think that was the only thing that was questionable, but she said she knew it was going to be fine. So I waited around for this other guy that was going to Meps with me for the Air Force. I'm going active duty, by the way. Um, so he forgot his ID in Niceville. He's from Niceville too. I didn't know that until we were on the bus right there. Um, so that's like 30 minutes. So he drove as fast as he could and came back. He got on the bus. I mean, it's not like we were gonna leave him because anyway. So we drove to Meps. It was about 2.5, 3 hours because the bus driver was freaking slow. She kept on like on the pedal. We could see her foot. It was I was getting nauseous. We were going to Montgomery. I was hoping we were going to go through Troy because that's where I went to school. I went to Troy University. Yeah, we went to Montgomery because that's the closest MEP station. That's our MEP station. They dropped him off at the hotel because he didn't have to take the ASVAB. I had to take the ASVAB, so dropped him off, drove me to Maxwell Air Force Base. I took the ASVAB at the MEP station. And then they added like an extra computer section or whatever to it, and a aptitude test or a personality test. But those two didn't like mess with your score or anything. So after that, I went back to the hotel. I got checked in or whatever. They gave me like my room key with 2 meal tickets, one for that night and then one for the next morning. So I went upstairs, put all my stuff in my room, and then I went down to the dining area. And they had like a choice of 5 different meals. It was like spaghetti and meatball, which is what I chose, chicken parmesan, a grilled cheese, fish. Someone said don't eat the fish, so it was really bad. So I just got the spaghetti and meatballs. I forgot what the 5th one was. Sorry, it was going off. I didn't get the dessert because it looked nasty. There was this one girl by me. She got the dessert and it looked nasty. It was like a carrot cake they had for like 2 weeks at the hotel. I don't like carrot cake either. So after that, I went upstairs. As I was going upstairs, I saw the guy that I came there with, and he was about to go to the gym because they had a nice fitness center there. So he asked me to go with him. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So I went and changed. We went up to the top store. Top story, went to the fitness center, and they had like a little track around the building on the roof. So we ran around that a couple times. Then I went to bed, probably around 9. Lights out is at 10. I went to bed at 9. Woke up at. They had a wake up call at I want to say 4:30, but I woke. Yeah, 4:30. No, it wasn't 4. It would have been like 3:30. I woke up at like 3. I don't remember what time it was. It was early. I woke up 30 minutes before the call came on. I got a shower. I got changed. By the time I was out and ready to go with all my stuff, the phone call was going, so we went downstairs. We ate breakfast. It was just kind of like a buffet, like normal continental breakfast at a hotel. This hotel was super freaking nice, by the way. In Montgomery, Alabama, that was probably the nicest hotel. In Montgomery, there are good parts and there are bad parts. This it was right across from the Biscuits Stadium. They're a minor league team for baseball. We watched the game from the roof a little bit while we were running. Anyway, so yeah, it's like a buffet style breakfast. Stay away from the bacon and stay away from the orange juice because the bacon will make your cholesterol levels a little higher and it might be inaccurate to read. You might have to come back again. And then the orange juice will make your sugar levels high for the piss test. Um, so be careful for those two things. I think I just had 2 cups of milk, a glass of water, some potatoes, and a banana. And honestly, that was filling to me. People say, "Oh, eat a lot." I mean, eat what you would normally eat to fill you up, because filling me up isn't going to be the same as filling somebody else up. So, don't like overdo it, but like fill yourself up because it's going to be a long day. So then, after that, we all got on the bus. There were only like 30 of us there that day. It was weird. It was me, the other guy from my MEPS, or from my recruiting station, who was going in the Air Force, and there were 4 other guys, but they were going Reserve Air Force, and everybody else was Army National Guard or Marines. There were no, not Marines, Navy. There were no Marines or Coast Guard there that day. So we went back to the MEP station, and they had us in this day room or whatever. It had a pool table, a big TV. What's funny about the pool table is there's like one set of like pool balls, so 15 I think, but they were like 20 cue balls. Like, it was weird. But I probably said a lot. Any How I Met Your Mother fans out there will be like, take a shot. Anyway, so after that, the Air Force captain, he came down. He's like, "All right, I want you to line up in your respective branches that you're going in. Army, active duty, come up here." So like he just called each branch one by one. So then we went upstairs to the second floor, met with the Air Force liaison. He's like, "All right, you're gonna go do the medical crap, and then you're gonna go back up here. You're gonna go downstairs. You're gonna come upstairs. You go downstairs. Then you're gonna come back upstairs, and then go downstairs and wait." So after he told us what we were doing for the day, basically, we went into the medical thing, and I was probably about 5th in line. There weren't as many people medically processing that day for some reason. So I'm in line. We go in. She's like looking at our stuff or whatever. And we got our blood pressure taken. Then I went in, got my eyesight tested. It is basically like to put one thing over your eye, read it. Then I had to take my glasses off and did the same thing. And then there was a depth perception test. It was just like there were like little circles, and you had to tell which one was closest to you. I only missed one of those. And then he had to read a short little paragraph. That was pretty easy. Then I went to the hearing test. You're in like little booths. And have curtains between you, and you have like a Jeopardy buzzer. And you press it every time you hear a noise in the headphone. Now, no matter how faint it was. But if you hear someone like talking outside or someone by you, tell them to shut up, because if you can't hear it and you don't press the buzzer and it messes up what you're eligible for, they're screwing with your career. I mean, so don't be afraid to tell someone to be quiet. So after that, a bunch of us went into this room and they briefed us on like don't sexually harass people while you're here or while you're in the Air Force. Don't do drugs, like don't do marijuana, cocaine, crystal meth, whatever. Like from this day on, like don't do it. If you're under 21, don't drink. If you're 21, don't buy for minors. It's just that kind of thing. And they breathalyzed us. All of us passed. Then we went out, went down a hallway, and we did the piss test. There were some people freaking out, like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to fail it." And like I said, I had the 2 cups of milk, 1 cup of water. Everyone was like drinking out of the water fountain all day, so they would be able to piss in the cup. And I'm like, if I go in that bathroom to piss in a cup, I'm doing it once. I'm not going in there again. So I feel bad for the lady that just had to take the cups from us. Like, she probably had like the worst job ever. She's like touching these piss cups all day. I hate my life. I mean, that's what I would be thinking. So after that, we went in with the physical, or not the physical. When I met with the physician, and he was just asking us anything. The only one question I can remember is him asking me to show him my teeth, and then another one was the way he said marijuana was absolutely hilarious to me. For some, I don't know why, but he would be like, "Young man, have you ever used marijuana?" And it was funny to me. I don't know why. Just the way he said it, marijuana. After that, I went into the physical area. It's like a big open room. It's probably about the size of my living room. And we had to strip down to our underwear. There's just guys in there. Guys and girls get broken up into 2 separate rooms, so guys don't get your hopes up. We had to like stand on our tiptoes and walk, and then walk back. We had to like stand on our heels and do it, and then we had to do the duck walk. Then they weighed you and they got your height. That's when they got your official height and weight. And then we got the duck walk, and you just did squats, and then there's one more thing. Oh yeah, you got on your knees. You had to like jump up without pushing your hands. After that, we went into the room with the doctor privately. Turn your head left and cough. For guys, that's all I got to say. They didn't stick anything up. They just looked. So it's really not that bad. So don't freak yourself out about it. After that, I got my clothes on as fast as I could. I went out, and they're like, "All right, what else do you have to do?" I said, "I think that's it." So they're like, "All right, go to your liaison officer, or your liaison." And so I went up there for the Air Force. He's like, "All right," I wanted to do, like, my list was loadmaster and fire protection. So he's like, "All right, for those jobs, you got to lift 100 pounds or something." So it was like this little contraption. I lifted it fine. So he's like, "All right, top 10 jobs." I already had a list. I didn't qualify for fire protection because something with my eyesight was messed up. I don't remember, but I qualified for every aerial job, which to me doesn't make sense. So after that, he's like, "All right, I put these in the system." No. Yeah, sorry. Made me fill out a bunch of stuff like I'm not going to sexually harass anybody, just yada yada yada. Basically, you're not in the Air Force, but you're about to swear into the DEP program, the delayed enlistment program. So I went downstairs. They got my 10 fingerprints. Went back upstairs. He's like, "All right, now go do this." I went downstairs. They had like this last level interview question, asking me that, like, making sure I haven't done drugs. Went back upstairs, printed out he printed out my contract, which right now it says I'm going in as an E1, but that's going to change because I'm going in as an E3 because I signed in for 6 years and I have college credit. And I'm going in for 6 years. It'll be an E3. And at that point, it didn't have a job on it. I went downstairs, waited a little bit, swore in, like the yada yada yada. I don't remember the words. It was a pretty cool moment. Then after that, we went into that little day room and just hung out until lunch. And for lunch, we just went into the DFAC on base, or I don't know if it's the DFAC there or just at Lackland. I really don't know. So sorry if that's not the correct use. We went to the cafeteria. And then we went back and we were just playing pool and chilling around. The only people were telling me, "Oh, MEPS is just sit around, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait." But honestly, from when we got there, the only time that I really had to wait a long period of time was after lunch to when my bus got there. I was done by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like it was literally, it was going boom, boom, boom with everything that I needed to be doing. Like I went from one thing to the next. It was faster than I thought it was going to be. Then after, we just drove back to Niceville, and then our recruiter said, "All right, next Thursday we have a depth call. Be there." So that was pretty fun. Yeah, Meps was overall a good experience. People say, "Oh, it's a bunch of hurry up and wait." For me personally, it wasn't. I don't know what it's going to be like for each station. Like this was Meps in Montgomery, so they had their stuff together. It seemed like. Um, but I'll make another video about a depth call, memory work you need to have done, how I got my job and when I'm leaving, a little bit more like that. If you have any questions, comment or message me. I know I just put these on, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I think that's it. Subscribe, share, tell your friends that are in the Air Force. Again, I'm leaving September 16th, 2014. If you or anyone you know is leaving then, message me, let me know. I'll add you on Facebook, add me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. Again, it's JMW_PKP1063. Take it easy.